Welcome, everyone. I'm Kimberly Boschman, and this is the Intentionally Intuitive podcast. In this episode, we're going to take a look at the forecast for each life path number for the new moon that's occurring on November 20th, 2025. Before we get into the forecast, this is a general forecast. If you would like your own personal numerology reading, please book some time with me. My information's in the description box below, and I'd love to work with you. Keep in mind that with these energies, likely you'll feel it most potent around the new moon, like the day of, a couple days before, a couple days after. It can, you can feel it a little bit beyond that, but it's most potent, again, the day of and a few days before, a few days after. All right, let's go ahead and take a look. Life path number 1, you are going to be working with a vibration of the 14-5 for this new moon. And this is an interesting energy because you have the vibration of the 4, which is a very grounded, very stable, very organized type of energy. It wants a plan, it wants a strategy, it wants a procedure. And then you have the 5 energy, which is the strongest energy you're going to be working with for this new moon. And it's like fly by the seat of your pants, be free, express yourself in whatever way you want. Take the risk, go big or go home. It's a really fast moving, big kind of energy. And it's meant to be disruptive. It's meant to be sort of that change agent that shakes things up, that gets things kind of moving in motion in a very fast way to get those results. So you're going to probably feel a little bit of push-pull around this new moon where you're ready to go. You want to try all the things, take the leap of faith, take the risk, again, experience life with all your senses. And you're going to have this energy that's also putting the brakes on and kind of forcing you to pay attention to the details, stay focused, take your time, be patient. So you're going to have to find your center between these energies in order to accomplish whatever the goal is that you're trying to accomplish. But ultimately, again, you're working with the 5, so you will see some shifts, some changes, some transformations, some disruptions. Probably get some clarity, have some aha moments so that you can see more clearly the direction you want to be moving in. And that 4 energy is going to help you to figure out how to make it happen and what is needed and the reality of it. Like the 5 is kind of like your head in the clouds, and the 4 is your feet firmly planted on the ground. So use the 5 energy to explore the ideas and to use your imagination and to be idealistic and, again, to dream big. And then use that 4 energy of this new moon to, again, stay grounded, keep your head on your shoulders, not be too impulsive. Understand that whatever it is that you are investing your time and energy into will take time to bring the results that you're looking for. Now, you're also working with the vibration of the 1, which is your own energy, of course. And so this is something that's your greater vision. It's your idea. It's your inspiration that you are likely trying to bring to life. Or that you are, speaking up for or motivated to make happen. And it can be around relationships and that sort of thing too, but it could be like you have a really solid idea of what you're looking for in relationships. And so now you kind of know where to look or again, what questions to ask or whatever. So there is this strong component of you in this equation. So don't lose sight of your vision, of your idea, of what you want. I think that's going to be important around this new moon, to not lose sight of that. But yeah, it's this energy of progression. It's pushing you forward, but while also, again, staying level-headed, using good judgment, not being overly impulsive. If you can find your equilibrium between those energies, I think you'll really be pleased with what transpires out of this new moon for you all. Take care. Bye for now. Life path number 2, you all are going to be working with a vibration of the 15-6 for this illumination. And this brings relationships into the forefront. So relationships are what this new moon is all about. It doesn't necessarily have to be those, romantic relationships, but it can be any kind of connection. But there's this element of having the deeper conversation that's needed to get to the truth of something within that connection. The 15 brings in restriction or barriers or conditions, expectations, things that can create significant barriers in your relationships. The 6 is the vibration of unconditional love, truth, honesty. And so it breaks down those barriers, or that's the intention. So when we have a cycle that's the 15-6, it's asking you to look at where are the barriers, where are the restrictions, where's the self-imposed prison, where is it that you self-sabotage when it comes to your relationships, where is it that maybe you have certain belief systems about what you're worthy of, what you're not worthy of, etc. So you could be looking at all of that around this new moon, and it's asking you to break free from those restraints, but also to gain a new perspective when it comes to your relationships and how you show up to them. Also, what you accept when it comes to those relationships. So if you have connections where there's a tremendous amount of expectations or conditions put on you in order to receive love, then that might not be the healthiest connection for you. And again, a conversation would need to be had to decide if that's a connection that serves the highest good of all involved. So this can bring in, again, any kind of connection, but really there kind of isn't a more emphasis on like the relationships that are closest to your heart, because those are the ones that affect us the most usually. So again, like close friends, family, partners, your community. So kind of pay attention, what comes up for you around this new moon with those deeper relationships. For some of you, this could also be about meeting someone that is going to play a significant role in your life. And it's about being open and honest and vulnerable and upfront in the beginning of that connection, having those conversations, so that again, it's serving the highest good of all involved. So you could also see some things around your home. So people moving in, people moving out, beautifying your home. If you feel like, you go home to your castle and it doesn't feel good, where is it that you can beautify that space? Where is it that you can take the time to make that space feel safe and cozy and replenishing to your soul and your spirit? So it might be a little bit of some remodeling, or maybe a fresh coat of paint, or some decorations that really soothe you. That's a beautiful energy to focus on with this new moon. Anything that kind of beautifies your experience or your environment that feels very true for you, meaning like it feels good for you. That's going to be really, really have a positive influence around this new moon. But really, relationships. So don't be afraid to have the conversation. Don't be afraid to speak up for what it is that you feel you need at this time, while also creating space for the other person to do so as well. Hope it's a great one. Take care. Bye for now. Life path number 4. So loving this energy, where we're going to be working with the vibration of the 17-8 for this new moon. And anytime we have a cycle of the 17-8, this is such a benefic energy. It allows us to tap into our dreams, our goals. And not only that, but it opens the pathway for us to be able to achieve that. So this is a time when you could see, the people, places, things start to show up, present, that can help you to achieve those goals, those dreams. And you can start to see how that's possible and the reality of that. Or you can start to see the finish line if it's something that you've been working on. And so it kind of puts the wind back in our sails a little bit and kind of pushes us to continue to persevere, because if there's one thing that 4s are really good at, it's about persevering and continuing to climb the mountain until we finally get to the summit. And this 17-8 energy is that summit kind of energy. So it's that push to the top. And so there could be opportunities for greater recognition at this time, celebration, feeling like you've achieved something worth celebrating. You could see, because this is ultimately 8 energy, you could see, money, status, influence, power, all these things kind of come into play at this time, whether that is through a promotion or an uptick in clients, or maybe you have a social media platform that takes off. Anything is possible around this new moon. And I love that it's a new moon energy, so it's new beginnings. And so whatever kind of comes up for you around this new moon could be opening some new doors for you. especially when it comes to career or your, your goals or what it is that you're looking to achieve, how you contribute in the world, that sort of thing. There likely will be some kind of door that opens up, some kind of opportunity that presents at this time. And it will likely be very supportive and benefic in helping you to achieve those goals. If at the very least, it will likely ignite that motivation. It will help you to stop procrastinating. It will help you to overcome maybe some of the fear or the self-doubt that you might have had around whatever this is. And it will sort of give you your gusto back. And so you can take the initiative, take the effort that might be needed in order to continue to persevere. So it's a really supportive type of energy that will help you to achieve those bigger dreams, bigger goals. And it's that type of energy also where, you're going to likely have to ask for the support that you need. Or again, if it's financial support, meaning like you have to take out a loan in order to build your business or whatever, this is a beautiful time to do that. Not giving you financial advice, but the 17-8 is a beautiful energy for asking for what you need and having those doors opened in some way. It might not look the way that you a 4 want it to look, but it will present likely in some way under this energy. So, be open to receiving, be open to asking, be open to receiving, and don't be too quick to sort of sabotage the opportunities that come in because they don't fit the criteria that maybe you have prescribed that you want it to look like. Because things that come in under a 17-8 can be surprising. Like they can have a lot of potential that you can't really necessarily see right at the beginning. So be open to it. Let go of the need to control the outcome, because when the 17-8 comes through, the outcome is much bigger than we could have imagined. And it might not be right around this new moon that you see the results of this, but it's such a benefic energy. It's at play. So you will likely see some things fall into your lap that feel very supportive, like rewards, that sort of thing. So beautiful energy here, beautiful time to ask for what you need, to go after it, to start believing again that anything is possible. That's really kind of the beauty of the 17-8, is that reminder that anything is possible if we put our mind to it, and if we, ask for the assistance that we need to help us to get there, we can make it happen. So beautiful energy. Hope it's a great one. Take care. Bye for now. Life path number 3. So you all are going to be working with a vibration of the 16-7. And so this 16-7 energy is actually very much aligned with the energy of the new moon, the universal cycle of the new moon, which is 13-4. So it's very transformative, has an opportunity to bring in significant new beginnings that for you all are very aligned with your soul. And so, or the direction you want to be moving in. So you could see some things, again, come in around this new moon that are pushing you to start something new, to say yes to something new, something different. Maybe this new moon brings in a new perspective for you, and it ignites something within you to follow that dream, to follow that path, to see where it leads. Change is likely possible, some kind of shift. And it can be an internal shift, like maybe because, again, ultimately it's 7 energy. So this is coming back to yourself and kind of going deeper within your own desires and figuring out, again, like what it is that you want, asking yourself those bigger questions, and then finding ways to move in that direction. But you could see some significant shifts around this new moon. And again, those shifts can be internal, but that's usually where it starts anyway. So once you feel that internal shift of, hey, I don't really want this anymore. I want this, and I need to figure out how to get it. So I need to figure out how to move in that direction. And it's kind of like that energy, with the 16-7, it's kind of like an awakening kind of energy. So, it's nothing against where you're wanting to move away from. That has served its purpose. But now you're like, you have this new idea, this new inspiration, this new awareness about what it is that you want now, what fits now. Maybe you've outgrown whatever it was you were wearing before, and now you're looking for something new. It's that kind of energy. And because it's falling at the time of this new moon, again, it's about new beginnings, new initiations, new starts, planting those seeds for what it is that you want to build, create, what goals you want to set for yourself. This is an energy that will ask you to ask yourself those questions. Especially if you're in a place where you're feeling kind of stuck, then this is a beautiful cycle around this new moon to journal, or again, to ask yourself those questions and contemplate the answers about what is a realistic goal that you want to set for yourself at this new moon. What is an intention that you want to make that is realistic? And by realistic, I mean, it's something that you can wrap your head around in how you will achieve it, right? You can start that planning process. You can figure out the first few steps at least, and then figure out how to take those steps. So it really is about, moving in some kind of new direction. And again, it could be your thought process, your belief systems. It could be quite literally like something physical is shifting within your life, but it's going to put you in better alignment with what's next, what you want for yourself next. So it's going to ask you to get very serious about that in terms of, again, asking yourself the questions, writing down your goals, and then figuring out, how am I going to achieve it? What do I realistically need in order to achieve this? What are my limitations? How will I overcome those limitations? So again, because it's 7 energy, it's an opportunity for greater self-discovery. And a lot of times that means kind of doing that reflection work. So yeah, if you do the work around this new moon, I think that you will find yourself setting off on a new path around this new moon that will feel so much like it fits so much better, or it has the potential to fit so much better. Doesn't mean it's going to happen overnight, and it likely won't, but it's this opportunity to have that greater vision and then start to move in that direction. And that greater vision will likely look different than maybe what you've been moving towards. Maybe it's just a tweak. Maybe it's just like a slight difference. But this new moon is giving you an opportunity to see a better path. And you get to decide on what steps you need to take in order to start moving down that path. So, and it can be around relationships, career, however it comes in for you. But if you take the action, it does have the power to be quite transformative, this new moon for you all. Hope it's a great one. Take care. Bye for now. Life path number 5. So this new moon is putting an emphasis on career, your ideas, your inspirations, your creativity, money, power, status, influence, all of those things, because you're going to be working with the vibration of the 18-9. So there's a strong influence of the 8, strong influence of the 1, and of course the vibration of the 9. And so with that 8 energy, again, you could see some power dynamics come up around this new moon that need to be worked through. Maybe there's some tension with a boss or a colleague or a friend or a family member or something like that, where it just feels like it's off, or like there's that competition or that point of contention that you will likely have to figure out how to, heal it or mend it or find a way so it's not having an effect on you in some way. So likely you will have to speak up about that, or take charge, or do something, put in some kind of effort to alleviate that issue. You're working with the vibration of the 9. And so, ultimately. And so with this energy, this is about bringing things to closure, healing them, completion, tying up loose ends, that sort of thing, clearing your plate, right? So again, especially when it comes to career, money, status, power, influence, that sort of thing, if there's anywhere that, maybe with your job, maybe you've been wanting to switch things up, apply for something else, or again, have a conversation about those power dynamics, or maybe you have some, not a healthy relationship with money. Maybe there's lack mentality. This is a beautiful opportunity to gain a new perspective, a different perspective, to make some kind of shift, to heal that whatever it is, right? And so this would be a great time to, maybe see a therapist or take a workshop, maybe a money workshop, a budgeting workshop, a investment kind of workshop, something like that, figuring out, how to best manage your money so that you can overcome that fear of lack or whatever it is, like whatever the dynamic is for you. If it's like a power dynamic or power struggle, then you're going to have to stand up for yourself and advocate for yourself and speak up and have those conversations. And if you don't see the proper results from those conversations, then you're going to have to take the initiative to make changes or, to initiate something that will bring about greater change in that situation. Because again, you've got the vibration of the one here, that's you. So it's you standing up for yourself, advocating, speaking up, making it happen. Whether that means you have to take significant action to make significant change within that environment. But with a 9 energy, it's pushing you to remove the things that are standing in your way of stepping into or embodying your greatest potential in this moment. And so anything that kind of conflicts with that or again impedes that, the 9 is having you to focus on that around this new moon to find a better way and to find a way to release it, move away from it, overcome it in some way. And so again, like if you are an entrepreneur and you have your own business, but you don't have a healthy relationship with money, maybe you overspend, maybe you don't budget, maybe whatever, then this is a beautiful opportunity to get your ducks in a row with that, to find a way to manage that in a way that is better for you, is healthier, brings better results. Also, if you've been procrastinating on anything, this is the time to stop procrastinating and put your energy there to get it done. Again, 9 cycles are about completion, closing things out, getting them off your plate to make room for the energy that wants to come in, right? The new opportunity, the new adventure that awaits. But you can't really start that new adventure if your plate's full. So this 9 cycle will help you to, again, get your ducks in a row, get a plan, get a strategy, stop procrastinating, and take care of those loose ends, take care of what needs to be taken care of. And I know that's hard around this time of year because we're moving into the holidays, but it's the perfect time to, again, tie up loose ends, get those projects completed, get things off your desk. The other thing I would say about this 9 cycle is don't force things, right? Go with the flow, let things flow, see what comes to you, see what opportunities present, and then use those opportunities to figure out how you will implement them. But it's not a time to force things. Let's see what flows and then put your energy there. But again, if it's something you've been procrastinating on and it's something that's already in motion, that I would say definitely make that happen. Get that off your desk so it's not continuing to clutter things up. Beautiful time to get organized, beautiful time to clear the clutter, whether it's the clutter of your mind, your closet, your desk, whatever it may be, and to have those conversations and to heal whatever needs healing through those conversations at this time. So beautiful energy. Hope it's a great one. Take care. Bye for now. Life path number 6. Such beautiful energy that you all are working with for this new moon. So you're going to be working with the vibration of the 19-1, which is all about new beginnings, new opportunities, new initiations, just new perspectives, opportunities to do something different, do something new, take a risk, take plenty of risks, let your hair down, fly by the seat of your pants, go after whatever it is that you're dreaming about making happen. This is the time to get started. And, you want to be careful about being overly impulsive, but those calculated risks, yes, that's a yes. Anything that you've been wanting to do or wanting to say yes to, this new moon is the perfect opportunity to do that and to see pretty significant results from that, like that feel fulfilling, feel good, that can help you to feel like you're glad you took that risk. Ultimately, this 19-1 energy is a love vibration. So for a lot of you, you could see new beginnings, new opportunities in your relationships. You could meet someone very significant at this time that's like a soul connection, soul contract kind of vibe. So like soulmate. You could definitely see that come in at this time. New beginning in love. Again, even maybe with your current relationships, if it feels like things have gotten a little stagnant, you could find that things are revamped or reignited. The flame is reignited. That's possible. And in order to sort of contribute towards that, this is such a beautiful energy to try something new, try something that, that you haven't done before, spice things up a little bit maybe, or take a trip to somewhere you haven't been before. The 19-1 is about, connecting to your inner child and to beginner eyes, like fresh eyes, seeing the world through like child's eyes or new eyes, right? Like a new perspective. So approaching things maybe a little bit differently as well. So if there's maybe a business project or something that's been frustrating for you, try to see it with fresh eyes. And maybe you need to pause for a little bit, like put it to the side and then come back to it. And you might see that new way of doing it or new way to approach it. And that can bring the solution. So whether it's a relationship issue or some kind of project issue, whatever it may be, maybe you hit the pause button a little bit and then come back to it, and you'll likely see it differently or with fresh eyes. That's very possible as well. But also, this is just one of those cycles where it can feel like, you've been really working hard towards something, and now it just opens up. The opportunities come in. You're starting to get momentum. That's very possible. It's like the rewards after a lot of obstacles type of energy, because ultimately the 19-1 is karmic. So whatever this is, you would have put in quite a significant amount of effort towards. But this is a vibration that, again, through having like the courage to take the risk or being vulnerable or, again, taking that leap of faith, you can see beautiful results from that. And this cycle can, again, bring in many new starts in your life. Now, it's a short cycle, but, a lot can happen in a couple of days. So whatever this new start is for you, and it could be like, again, like you have like an aha moment and it opens you up to new values, new perspectives, new ideas, new inspirations. And it ignites that drive, that ambition, that excitement about whatever it is that you're working towards or building, whether it's a family or a relationship or your career or your health or whatever. It's like the fire gets put back in, lit beneath you and the wind back in your sails. So it can be really, really beautiful. It is pushing you to maybe step out on your own a little bit, not to be an island and not to be like hyper independent, but to value your gifts, your ideas, your inspirations, and to hold that vision when you're deciding how to move forward, so that you don't lose sight of that through making sure everybody else has what they need, making sure that everybody else's vision is coming to life. The 19-1 is such a beautiful energy, especially for sixes, because it puts the emphasis back on you and your dreams, your goals. What do you want for yourself? And what conversations do you need to have in order to sort of set those boundaries so that you can be very clear that it's worth you pursuing. Some of you might go back to school or again, change careers or whatever, but it's a very beautiful, promising cycle for new beginnings. So make sure that whatever you're initiating, it serves your greater vision, your goals for what you want for your life. Beautiful energy. Hope it's a great one. It's going to require your effort though. It's not an idle energy at all. So it'll require you to take the reins. So hope it's a great one. Take care. Bye for now. Life path number 7, you all are going to be working with the vibration of the 22, so 202. And this is a wild energy to be working with at a new moon. And so you could see some significant turning points at this time where you have to make some kind of decision, and that decision could be a turning point in your life. It could create some kind of change, a change of location, a new job, a new relationship, new thoughts or feelings around something, new perspectives. But it's kind of like you're at this crossroads, or again, you're at a point where you have to make some kind of a decision because of the situation. And that decision will, of course, drive your experience. And so you'll need to take action based off that decision. And so there's some kind of like reconstruction that's possible at this time as well. Like maybe some things have fallen away. Maybe some things in your life have already changed. And so you're making very important decisions at this time that will sort of set the foundation or the groundwork for whatever it is that you want to build next. Now, relationships are very much in the focus around this new moon for you all, not just romantic relationships, but like the art of connecting. And so you could be taking a closer look at that, how you connect with others, what those relationships look like, which ones feel healthy, which ones don't, which relationships feel in balance, which ones don't, which ones might need some TLC. So there's an opportunity for significant fresh starts, especially when it has to do with your relationships. And also finding greater balance within your own life. So making decisions that will bring in that greater balance holistically for you. So if you're feeling out of balance spiritually, then there could be some decisions that need to be made around this new moon that will help you to get back into balance in that area of your life. Same thing with health or physical or whatever, or relationships, again, however this shows up for you. But there's this need for greater balance, and there's an opportunity for a fresh start in wherever area this touches for you. But there's also this call to like act decisively, to put your ideas to practical use. So it's great to have the idea, it's great to make the decision, but if you don't take action, then you're not going to see the results of that decision. And so really the core of this cycle is helping you to kind of weigh your options and then be decisive, formulate a plan, and then take appropriate action and follow through, see it through to completion. And like I said, you will likely be able to look back at this point and see how this time frame was some kind of turning point in your life, whether it's a shift in belief systems, a shift in your actual physical reality and your experience, any of that is possible. So yeah, definitely don't be too quick to dismiss anything at this time. Weigh your options, take your time, don't be too impulsive, and then act accordingly. But don't resist the need for change. Wherever this shows up in your life, there's a need for change. And that comes back to that decision. So decide what you want and then decide how to move towards whatever that is. And stay adaptable, right? Use your common sense, and that will help you to, and use your intuition, of course, and that will help you to make the decision that's best for you in this moment, which will then guide your experience moving forward. So very powerful new moon for you all. I hope it's a great one. Take care. Bye for now. Life path number 8, you all are going to be working with a vibration of the 21-3 for this illumination. And this is really pushing you, like there's this focus on how you express yourself. And so not only that, but like how you work towards your goals and your greater vision. And so there's this push around this new moon to speak up for what it is that you want or what it is that you need in order to maintain the integrity of that vision or of that goal. Because, ultimately it stems back to you and what that vision is or what that goal is. So instead of trying to overly accommodate or sort of, you might have to face some kind of self-doubt or fear around whatever this is, but you're going to have to be vocal about what it is that you need or want in order to achieve whatever this is. So if it's around relationships, which it could be, we have the vibration of the 2 here in the 21-3. If it's around relationships, it's going to require you to, speak up, to have that conversation, but also create the space for the other person to do the same. But in order for things to progress forward, you need to be your best advocate. You need to speak up for yourself and express what it is that you need at this time. So if there's anywhere where you've kind of been hiding in the shadows or minimizing yourself or your capabilities, or you've got, you're lacking that confidence, or again, there's that fear, and maybe you've been kind of sabotaging the situation because of that fear, this energy is going to push you to, again, you're in the spotlight. So use the microphone, speak up for yourself, whatever that entails for you. This is also a really potent cycle for bringing in opportunities, and plenty of opportunities for shifts or changes in your experience that can release, again, kind of what is done, which has served its purpose, it's reached its expiration date, and bringing in kind of quickly the new opportunities. So, the new way of achieving whatever this is. So you could get some new perspectives at this time, new ideas, and there could be some things that you put down previously and they could resurface at this time, and you're kind of seeing it with fresh eyes, and so you're able to approach it differently. So again, pay attention to any opportunity that presents at this time, even if it's something from the past that again was a project or something that you were working on, or maybe it's a relationship that resurfaces at this time. Just, approach it with fresh eyes, see it in this moment. And it might be something you pick back up, and the timing might be better. You might have more of the pieces to the puzzle that helps you to achieve whatever it was you set out to achieve previously. So do not dismiss any opportunities too quickly at this time. That's going to be really, really important. Also, manage your emotions, your, reactivity to things. This is an energy that's asking you to collaborate, to connect with others, to have the conversation, to open up ideas, to brainstorm, and to hopefully come together with others to build that vision, that goal, whatever that may be. So you might see the people, places, things come in for you at this time in order to make your vision reality. But you're going to have to compromise and, again, have those conversations, but also speak up for what it is that you want and what it is that you need in order to make it happen. And again, you're going to have to release what isn't working, right? And not cling to it, like not attach to it. Meaning, like, if there's something you took a risk on and it didn't work out, let it go because it didn't work out. And focus on the things that are working, focus on the things that are flowing, focus on the new opportunities that are coming in for you at this point in time, because that's what needs your attention. And yeah, I think you can find that this is a pathway opening up for you at this time to realize some of those bigger goals that you might have. And again, to do it in a collaborative way. Also, if this energy requires you to start over, like from scratch, don't be afraid of it. Like, take it on. And what you can build from the wisdom that you've achieved from, again, the past experiences that didn't work out will aid you in achieving this, whatever this may be. So beautiful energy here. Hope it's a great one. Bye for now. Life path number 9, you are going to be working with the vibration of the 22-4, which is a master number. And so all that kind of means when it comes in a cycle is that it can bring in some challenges, but it can also bring in significant rewards. And with it being the 22-4, this is an energy that can help you to bring ideas that are at the point of conception or, the concept to reality. So you could see people, places, things present at this time that can help you to make that happen. And this is going to be a cycle. Again, it's a new moon, so it's a new beginning, new opportunities, fresh starts, points of, again, initiation, starting something new or seeing something from a new perspective. But because it's this very grounded, very stabilized energy of the 22-4, again, it's pushing you to bring those ideas to life. So in other words, we can use this with relationships. If there's a relationship that you want to start, right? Maybe you want to ask somebody out, something like that. This 22-4 energy is pushing you to take the leap of faith, to do it. Now, depending on how it works out, there's wisdom there to be gained, right? So nothing is wasted. Nothing is for naught, so to speak. So this is pushing you to dial in, to get committed, to take action in a very methodical way that can help you to achieve those goals that you set out for yourself. This is a time where you could actually see some of those goals be achieved. A lot of times when we move through a 22 cycle, we've already done the work. And so now it's like we're seeing those rewards of that effort. So that's very possible. And it's also, again, very concrete, very tangible rewards. So maybe you achieved something and now you're seeing the financial rewards for that, or the recognition that then opens doors that leads to a promotion, that leads to whatever. But there's the potential for the rewards, whatever that might be, to open up new opportunities for you in order to continue to build upon whatever this is. That's also very possible. This energy asks you to think in like large sweeping terms. And so, go to the head person with your creative ideas. Go to that loan department and ask for that financial loan that you're looking for in order to achieve your dreams. Have the conversations, put yourself out there, take the leap of faith, take the risk in a very calculated way, right? This is an energy that's asking you to use good judgment and to keep your head about you, and to have a plan, to have a strategy. There's no kind of flying by the seat of your pants here with this energy, but it's have a plan, commit to it, see it through to completion, do what you need to do to persevere to achieve that goal. And the 22-4 promises that you will. It will take time and effort, but it will be worth it for the, again, return of investment. So again, if you're starting something around this new moon, you're launching something, you're putting something out there, again, it's going to require dedication and perseverance, and you likely will have challenges along the way. But again, the return of investment will be significant and will be worth it. So beautiful time for you all nines to launch, to again, start that project, to take the risk, to take the leap of faith around this new moon. And wherever that is, make sure that you are committed to it and will see it through to completion, because that's where the rewards lie, and they will be master level rewards. So again, it'll be worth your time and your effort. Beautiful energy here. This is an energy that can bring great success, achievement. It can help you to realize your impossible dreams, and again, working with others, collaborating with others in order to make that happen, asking for that assistance, and that assistance will likely come in. So incredibly beautiful energy here, but you have to, again, put yourself out there, take the risk, take the leap of faith, and make it happen. 22-4 is the master builder. So you are the master builder in this cycle. You have to build what it is that you want, but you will have the support that you need in order to do that. So hope it's a great one. Very powerful new moon for you all. Hope it's a good one. Take care. Bye for now. Life Path 11-2, you all are working with a vibration of the 24-6 for this illumination. And this is a very benefic energy when it comes to building something solid, something very much sustainable that you want to achieve with others. So there's a strong relational energy here, or part of this cycle is about relationships, but again, it's what you're building with those relationships. So it can be business relationships. It can be, maybe you're building a family together. Maybe you're connecting with somebody or meeting someone who could be in your life for quite some time. Because again, that 4 energy being there is the glue that holds everything together. It's also foundational. So when you're working with this cycle, whatever it is that you're setting out to achieve, or whatever it is that you're setting out to create or build at this time, you're not meant to do it alone. You're meant to do it with others in some way. So this can ask you, or this can push you to figure out, again, what are your goals? What is it that you want to, what is it that you want to achieve? And then who do you need to ask to assist there? So maybe you're asking for investors. Maybe you're asking for a loan. Maybe, anything can come up here, but it's just a reminder that in order to build whatever it is you're looking to build, or the goals you're reaching to or looking to reach, need to be done collaboratively, need to be done with others. So your visions, your dreams at this time could be very, very vivid. Pay attention to those. There's likely messages there or insights there that can help you to understand what's the next step. Now, with 11-2s, a lot of times there are ebbs and flows, there are peaks and valleys when it comes to your goals. A lot of times you know exactly what you want and you're working towards it. And then you go through these valleys of you feel purposeless. You feel like your goal is not in sight. You don't know what your goal is. You don't know what inspires you. but use that time wisely to explore and to play and to connect with people and brainstorm. And that goal will surface, right? That vision will surface. And then you can figure out with others how to achieve it. So this can be a really fruitful time when it comes to connecting with others, relationships, again, building something foundational and sustainable. Now, because this 4 energy is here, whatever it is that you begin at this new moon will likely take time to come to fruition. It's going to take time, dedication, patience, etc. And again, that collaborative energy in order to make it a reality, in order to make it something tangible. Also, that 4 energy is that vibration of bringing an idea to life. So bringing it from the point of concept to reality, something tangible. It's a very grounded energy. And again, you're going to need people in order to make that happen, to help you to make that happen. And it could just be working with people to brainstorm, etc. If you're looking to, again, build a family, it might be a situation where maybe you're adopting, or maybe you're going through IVF, or maybe you are using a surrogate or something like that. That could come up with these energies. So it's kind of like whatever you're looking to build, it's with someone else or with others that are helping you to do that. That's very possible. But this is a very, very fortunate love and family vibration. So again, some of you could be meeting a soulmate at this time. Some of you could be having a baby or fall pregnant. Pets, maybe you're adding to your pets at this time. There's a really strong focus on that family, community, love, that supportive energy. So don't be afraid of asking for what you need at this time. Also, you being kind and generous and patient will also go very far in how you connect and work with others and what you can achieve together as well. But overall, this is such a benefic cycle. It can bring you some great rewards. It can help financially. But again, it's going to be that piece of you're not meant to do it alone. So if you're trying to be hyper independent here, this cycle might be a little bit frustrating. So don't be afraid of being vulnerable and asking for what you need and going after that and working with others to help build it. And I think you'll be really, really satisfied with whatever you initiate under this new moon. So I hope it's a great one. Take care. Bye for now. Life Path 22-4. So we're going to be working with the vibration of the 35-8 at this time. So career, expertise, sharing that expertise all comes into the focus at this time. Also financial and finances and resources come in at this time. Recognition can come in, business affairs, power plays also. So kind of beware of like competition and how you engage in that. That's going to be important. This is a cycle, though, where pretty much anything can happen. It's kind of just up for grabs. And so I would say this is an energy where we kind of need to just go with the flow and see what presents and then decide in that moment how best to work with it or how to make it work for us as opposed to against us. So kind of be open to whatever presents and be prepared for whatever comes your way. And try not to be too reactive to it because it could throw you for a loop a little bit. Maybe it comes in as something you're not expecting. It doesn't have to be negative. It can be very positive, but it might throw you for a loop if you're expecting or if you need it to show up in a certain way, right? So that's what I mean. Just kind of be open and flexible around this new moon and kind of play with the opportunities as they come in for you or the insights. This is a time where you might find that you're more busy, that you are kind of needed more, or you have a lot more responsibility in somewhere in your life that needs your attention. And so you could kind of be feeling that pressure to perform or to show up in a certain way or to meet those needs. And, just be careful about kind of going into overdrive or working too hard, burning the candle at both ends, taking on too much, overburdening yourself, because that can really take its toll, right? Physically, mentally, all the things. So just, again, be as adaptable as possible and not take it too serious to where, again, Perfectionism during this time is going to burn you out really, really quickly. So this is one of those times where it's like, get the jobs done, whatever the jobs may be, and get it done satisfactorily, but it doesn't have to be perfect. If you're spending way too much time on one project or one focal point, you're going to burn out because there's just too many pieces to the puzzle, too many moving parts at this time, or there could be. So just make sure that you're tackling it with patience and grace and not overdoing it. This is also a money vibration. So this is a time where you could see a promotion or an advancement or a bonus come in at this time, or again, like an uptick in clients if you own your own business, where you could again see that financial uptick, but also that sort of added pressure or that, just you're busier. So just find your way to manage that so you don't burn out. The pressure of this period can, like I said, if you kind of let it get to you, it can affect your health. So you just want to make sure, again, that you are not working or worrying too much. Just allow sufficient time for rest. Make that a priority. And that may be a little bit difficult at this time. So you're going to have to make a conscious effort to schedule time for rest and rejuvenation, but you're going to be glad that you did. This is also one of those cycles where I would say, don't let sort of your overconfidence lead you to take on more responsibility than what you can actually handle right now. So don't bite off more than you can chew. It might be very tempting, and that's why I'm saying that. So, keep your nervous system in check and control that sort of desire to do it all, right? Or to take on more than you can handle, thinking you can handle it. Pace yourself. That's going to be really important. So the people that are coming to you now for your expertise or for your business or for your help or whatever, there's a reason for that, and they're not going to just fall away. So pace yourself, take your time, you'll get it all done, but don't sort of kill yourself in the process of that. And also don't be afraid to delegate or to ask for assistance or help wherever it is that you can use that. So you don't have to do it all yourself. Beautiful energy here though. Like I said, it could be a busy period. So just pace yourself, take your time, and you'll get the most out of this cycle. Take care. Bye for now. Life Path 33.6. You all are going to be working with the vibration of the 46.1 for this illumination. And this is a beautiful energy for nostalgia. This is a beautiful energy for getting reacquainted with someone or something that has had a positive influence in your life. So you could be connecting with family or friends or loved ones that, again, maybe you haven't seen in a while. And that connection can inspire you in some way, or again, reignite something within you that motivates you in some way through that connection, through that interaction. This cycle can bring in new opportunities, the potential for success from those opportunities. You could find at this time that you're sort of the center of attention, and you could get, again, recognition. You could get receive some kind of gift at this time, or inheritance is possible as well. You could buy or sell something that brings in some kind of significant revenue, or see some kind of financial uptick from that is possible at this time as well. Maybe again, someone from your past comes in, like an old employer or something like that, and offers you a position or an opportunity that can, again, affect your finances in some way. But this is a really soft cycle. It's really a beautiful cycle for a new moon. So you could see a lot of joy, a lot of contentment, a lot of fulfillment come in at this time. You could feel like your heart is full, and this is a time to sort of share those feelings with those around you. So surround yourself with the people who make you feel supported, where you get your nourishment from. This is not a cycle where it's you constantly showing up for everybody. This is a time for that, being very present with the connections that are in your life at this moment, and getting, like, sort of filling your cup up from the fulfillment that you're getting from those connections. So beautiful energy for that. Also, this is a time where you could see your environment change in some way. So you might buy or sell a home and move. An opportunity might come up that, again, shifts your environment in some way. So you could find yourself in new places with new people. at this time, and it will likely feel pretty good. So like your old environment gets some kind of like maybe like a facelift or something like that, right? So through a fresh opportunity or through a relationship, maybe you can enhance your current environment in some way. So this is a beautiful time to beautify your space, make it your sanctuary in some way, create that space that makes you feel good, that brings you joy, that makes you happy, where you can kind of escape when you need to, or when, again, you need to kind of fill your own cup. This is a time also where you might find that people are coming to you for your leadership, coming to you for your wisdom, your advice at this time. And so this is a beautiful time to kind of share that and to offer that as needed. This is also a time where you can achieve any goal that you kind of set for yourself, especially through connections that you made or have or will make. Through those connections, you could see those opportunities open up for you. And so this is a time where if you set your mind to it, you can achieve it. So yeah, beautiful energy here. It's definitely one where the support is present. You've just got to embrace that support, and that will help you to be successful. So yeah, not a time really for pushing too hard or forcing things, letting the universe sort of work for you. You know, waking up in the morning and asking the universe, all right, show me what you got for me. Show me the best that you can do. And I think you'll see some magic come your way and some beautiful things come your way. And again, it might come in through connections from the past or just even memories. Like you might have like memories come up at this time that just really fill your heart up and kind of, again, put the wind back in your sails in a lot of ways, or bring new ideas to light through those memories. So it can be a really nostalgic period. So tap into that nostalgia and see what it's trying to show you. It's trying to remind you of something. And what is that? And that's something that can open you up to new inspiration, new ideas, new achievements. Beautiful energy, 33s. I hope it's a great one. Take care. Bye for now. Life Path 44.8, you all are going to be working with a vibration of the 48.3 for this new moon. This is time for celebration, or it has the possibility for celebration, where you could see that some of your goals that you've been kind of pushing yourself towards have been reached, and the rewards could be forthcoming at this time, and that can feel good. You could feel generous at this time and want to share that abundance or those good things with those around you. And I would encourage you to do so. That's such a big part of your life path as a 44.8 is when that abundance comes in for you, whatever that abundance looks like, you're meant to circulate it. You're meant to share it. You're meant to uplift, empower, inspire others with that as well. It's not just about you in this lifetime. And so this cycle can help you to do that or find new ways to do that. Because again, it's a new moon. And I think what you'll find is that through that generosity, you will likely see shifts or changes in the lives of those people, and also in your own life from that extension. Horizons could open up for you at this time with new opportunities, so that can bring in success down the road. You could find that part of those sort of horizons opening are relationships. So a new love could come in at this time, or a new friendship, or someone who has the potential to kind of travel with you for a while, like to walk the path with you for a while, and to be quite a significant addition to the journey. Travel is also part of this cycle. So if you have an opportunity to travel, I would say go for it, especially if it's for fun. A lot of times 44.8 energy can be very serious, and this is such a beautiful energy to kind of let your hair down a little bit, to do the things that bring you joy, to be spontaneous and do something that feels good for you, especially this time of year where in most parts of the world it tends to be quite festive. So, take time out of your schedule and be very conscious about that in order to be a part of those festivities, to be a part of that joy, if that brings you joy. But travel could really open up your world at this time. And so if you have an opportunity to do that, even if it's just traveling to a place you haven't been to, but that's like nearby, there's so much that could open up for you there. So yeah, I would say go for that. This is one of those cycles where if you find, like, let's say that you achieve some of the goals that you set out to achieve and you just don't feel fulfilled from them, you just don't feel like it was worth the effort, this is a time when I would say take a closer look at that. And this is an opportunity for you to pay attention to what is it about it that doesn't feel fulfilling, that doesn't feel good, that doesn't feel aligned. And where is a shift needed? Where is it that you need to focus your energy? Where is it that maybe you were overly focused on the material gains as opposed to how you can use those material gains to help alleviate the suffering of others or to assist in bringing respite to others in some way. So pay attention to, again, if like you achieve your goals, but you're not fully fulfilled or satisfied from that achievement, come back to your why of like why you did it in the first place, because that might have been out of alignment. So this is a really good time, especially as a life path 8, right? 44-8, for you to come back to your why and make sure that why is coming from a place of integrity and it feels aligned and it's coming from a higher octave. So yeah, again, this is a lifetime for you all to have those great achievements, but to use those great achievements to uplift, empower, inspire the lives of others as well as your own. In this cycle, some kind of experience in this cycle, it's a short cycle, but there could be something that comes to light during this cycle that can be the catalyst that really pushes you towards a more aligned why, if that makes sense. So pay attention to what comes in for you around this time. And again, what surfaces that you thought was going to be so fulfilling, but maybe it's not, and have a closer look at that, because there's some answers there for the next goal that you set and how to go about that. Also, this is a collaborative cycle, so any opportunity you have to connect with others, collaborate, brainstorm, this is the time to do it. Also, this is a social period, or can be. So when those social invites come in, I would suggest saying yes and connecting with people and seeing what transpires from that. Find your joy. And if you can't find it, create it. That's what this cycle is really about, and helping you to achieve that. So I hope it's a great one. Take care, 44s. Bye for now.